Hey, it's Alex Yao with Remax Select Properties.
And Chris Cornborough with Forefront Mortgages. I mean, here we go, right? Supply, supply, supply.
Yeah.
Everyone's talking about how do we build more homes. I think both the Liberals and the Conservatives are trying to build 1 million new homes or whatnot in the next couple years. And, you know, that segues into what's happening with their policies as well. I mean, there's a couple interesting policies. The Liberals are haven't really done a whole lot other than the 1% foreign buyers tax I think they've proposed. Conservatives, a 2-year moratorium on foreign ownership, which is maybe a good thing. I don't exactly service that market, so it's not a known kind of like quantity of people that may be affected by that. But also they're proposing increasing the stress test so that or decreasing the stress test so that you don't have to requalify if you move lenders, and also raising the cap on CMHC over the $1 million threshold, which would be really good, especially for Vancouver, Toronto, you know, Victoria, like. Exactly, and those are the people that need.
People's earnings aren't quite there.
Yeah.
I think that would be key. You know, I think to bring our economy up to that level.
Absolutely.
Instead of bringing down the people that worked so hard to get there.
Yeah.
You know, helping people get up there.
Yeah, I mean, you're taxing people, which doesn't allow them to afford anymore. Exactly. It's actually less. Exactly. So higher taxes, obviously less cash in your pocket. Where if you're allowing people to responsibly borrow, not suggesting they leverage, but if you allow them to get into a property and it's their forever home for the next 20 years with a minimal down payment, like great, you know, that's stability. That's the people you want in a community.
Exactly.
You know, you want to be able to have people that can afford to live and work kind of close to each other and have a decent house to do so in, right?
Interesting observation. Over the last year, pandemic, right?
Yep.
There weren't any people coming in or going out. They're all locals. And the majority of the people that I've helped, I helped quite a bit. And they're all locals. They're all young families. They're all, you know, they're kind of growing out of their space. You know, kids having to stay home, and parents still have to work from home, they need more space, this and that. And the price hike has been due to locals.
Absolutely. Well, there's no, I mean, if you're a foreigner, you can't get into the country anyway, right? Exactly. So, and we already have the foreign buyers tax in BC, 20%. I mean, I think that's unfortunate. We have a lot of American people coming up here to work. They will never buy a house because you're paying 20% premium. It's ridiculous. But
and they need to rent, right? And that supply, though, if I'm not going to name who, but if they're, you know, trying to increase that capital gains tax, then people aren't going to sell.
Nobody will sell.
Then supply goes down even more.
And
the original problem has always been the supply in Vancouver.
Totally.
That's always been the case.
It's hard to say if the Liberals, I mean, there's a lot of talk about Justin Trudeau putting a tax on your primary residence, which would affect, it wouldn't affect first-time homebuyers, it would affect elderly, because that's their biggest investment. Parents' generation, their parents, everything was into their home. No mortgage, pay the mortgage down as fast as you can. Didn't really believe in like the stock market, maybe some RSPs, but all your money that you're going to retire on is in your primary residence. And if he's going to tax it, then less inheritance for their kids, right? People are going to stay in their homes because why? They're not going to sell. And that just creates, like you say, it's a supply issue, you know? Right?
And all the people that bought over the last few years, you know, they worked hard to get into the market. A lot of them stretching themselves just to be able to get into a property. I mean, they're going to be wiped clean? That doesn't make sense.
Absolutely. And we're already at a 50% marginal tax rate for, you know, most high income earners. So it's, you know, when the government's making more than you are, there's a problem.
Good call.
Anyway, we'll see. C'est la vie. September 20th. Don't forget to vote.
Exactly. Remember the vote. But again, at the end, I think the key is to allow people to build wealth easier, in a more easy way.
Absolutely.
And giving more access to do that.
We should be focusing on helping people get ahead, not worrying about, you know, the things that don't really matter. Like, you know, I don't want to be focused on lowering my cell phone bill by $50. I want the government to lower my taxes so I can afford to spend more money, create jobs, create the economy, get things going, right? You know, anyway, I digress.
You know what, we'll leave it there. We won't get too heated here. But nice to see you.
You too, Alex.
And thank you again. And we'll see you next month.
Take care.
Thank you.